welcome back to my anime channel, Gizanime. Today's video, we will be watching the third episode of Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. In this episode, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a fight with Ichigo and Quilge, the jailer. At some point, the Bambietas will kind of jump in when they summon Aeon again to try to take them out, but that doesn't work out too well, at least in the manga at all. As a matter of fact, Quilge uses Aeon as more of a power-up than anything. So that will be interesting to see how they animate this, though, because the artistic renditions of Quilge's altered forms are pretty impressive. So watching them animated is going to be a really impressive treat, to say the least. And then we also have Yhwach invading Soul Society with his army because Ichigo will no longer be readily available to help Soul Society. So Yhwach takes the opportunity to go invade them because he sees Ichigo as one of the biggest threats. He has a list of war potentials, basically, that he feels like will be the biggest deciding factors in the fight against them when they try to take over Soul Society and, enact their plan. But yeah, that's pretty much what goes on in this episode, I'm sure, because, like I said, they only go over... Each episode is 5 chapters, so I'm just kind of assessing each episode beforehand and guessing that that's what we're going to get. So with that said, let's get on to this episode, though, see what happens, and once more, see if they change anything, and I'll see you there. Alright, here we go. Where we left off with Quilge meeting up with Ichigo. They haven't been beaten, they've been pretty much annihilated. I wonder how powerful the little fodder guys are. I mean, most of them took out, like, Waco Mondo by themselves. Like, Quilge probably didn't even help them with the majority of the people here. Like, the best days, they were taking them out, of course, because they're stronger, but comparably, how strong are they compared to the rest of, like, the higher-ups? Like Quilge. The reveal here that, they're Quincy, basically. I think Yamamoto's pretty mad. Well, our boy took his attack and threw it back at him. Of course, that doesn't matter in the long run, but still pretty impressive. I don't know if that was in the manga. Isn't that interesting? Basically, he's saying Ishida should be stronger than his. Really enjoying the fact that Bleach is back, but I'm also liking the Chainsaw Man anime as well. Really new to me. I've never even heard of the manga before the trailer started coming out. Last episode was pretty intense. We get his first new form. Honestly, it looks pretty impressive. Like, I love all of their forms. And again, I'm calling him Quilge because that's how I've heard it pronounced, so sticking with that. This man is wearing stilettos. I like the bright blues that they're using for him as well. Because, again, in, like, the manga, you really can't get, like, a color scheme. You don't know exactly what they look like. This is going to be A shocker for Ichigo. That's something. Like, our boy just point blank hit him. Didn't even phase the man at all. Here's Aeon. Also, they didn't explain it, but he didn't peel off her ability. He ate like the ratio around. Just right. So everybody at Soul Society getting ready for Block and his army to invade. Basically, in a nutshell, the difference between the Shinigami and the Quincy's. Shinigami try to preserve balance, and the Quincy's want to destroy it. Kind of weird though, because they're basically told, if you don't preserve the balance, then everything's going to be destroyed, and they're still rejecting the balance. Like, what's the purpose and the goal there? Like, I know what it is for Yuhabak, but like all the others that are following them, don't they know that everything's going to be destroyed? Like Ishida, doesn't he know? Well, I guess maybe he didn't know. I don't know. Okay, I misread that in the manga going back over it and probably skipped that before. This man killed 28,000 people in his own district or in Soul Society's districts. Preserve the balance. I mean, I knew his morals were pretty low, but that's intense. Also, our boy here is just playing. Like, this man is not hurt at all. And I guess he's a little injured. Look at this. This man's transformation. He kind of absorbed Aeon, and now Aeon's eyes are on his wings. I'm surprised that Urahara hasn't jumped in this fight yet with Ichigo and Kurge. This man keeps telling him not to go places, but what's he gonna do? As the last Quincy, I feel like that's probably really his business, or one of the last ones anyways, apparently now. Okay, so that's not how he introduces himself here in the manga. They actually talk about how he actually kind of jumps into the end of that conversation about the Quincy's and Shinigami, and it's like, oh. So this is a little more flamboyant of an entrance. All right, and that was the episode. Again, pretty much sums up what it was last one. I don't think, because I just reread the chapters or skimmed them over anyways, and I don't think that they showed the Sternritter at the end like that. It was just, bot coming in and being like, just imposing looking, and it kind of just and leads off on that, and then then we gotta wait for the next chapter. So the little reveal of all the Sternritters is, I think, an addition, but maybe not. Amnesia might be kicking in. I don't know. Ishida, I want to say that the fight against Mayuri at the end, I think like the little amulet he was given or whatever that helped him to sort of regain his powers, sucked in the Reishi from around the area. I don't remember if it was that fight or not. I know I've seen the ability before. I'm pretty sure that might have been it, but it could have been something else. Also, the image up here on the screen depicts the end of the chapter, which would have been this episode, where, again, the Sternritters aren't introduced. at all. You know, you don't get a visual image of any of them until I'm pretty sure the next chapter. So this is kind of a little bit of a teaser as to the main force that we're going to be fighting against. We do still lack a few of them. Uh, but yeah, let me know what you all thought of this episode. Let me know if y'all can help me out with the fight where the Reichi was being absorbed. Yeah, I can't recall it. I don't know. And I will see you all again next time.